Carlos apparently was watching me for years, and he does scholarships every year to students in Mexico, and he has people come down and speak. And he invited me and James Cameron, the director, and Kofi Annan, former Secretary General of the UN, to come down to speak, and flew to Mexico City, spoke. He drove me around, took me up and showed me his offices and everything. And I invited him to come on my show. He flew to Los Angeles, guested on my show. We had dinner at the house. Then I went back to Mexico City and I emceed the opening of his beautiful art museum there. And we were sitting around, and he said, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm doing speaking. I do speaking, did comedy shows. And my wife said, well, how about maybe an internet network? And so he financed it, and I'm a partner, and that led to Ora TV. Ora means now. It's also my wife's middle name. And so the first show was Larry King Now. We're adding other shows. It's taped instead of live. I'm used to live. We tape it, and we're distributed by Hulu. And then we'll be internationally on multi-platform, television and digital. But what I'm doing is what I've always done. You know, I'm asking questions: who, what, where, when, why. The delivery systems are different. Right. Carlos thinks the internet is the future, that we don't know what television is going to look like in 5 years. But it'll always need people. We're never going to have robots interviewing robots. I did the first national network talk show on a network. And then I did the first cable worldwide call-in talk show. And I don't know if we're the first, I don't think we're the first internet talk show, but certainly I bring a different name to it, I guess. We felt pioneer. It wasn't planned. When I was a kid in Brooklyn, New York, all I ever dreamed of was being on the radio. I just wanted to be on the radio. I had no idea that I'd be seen all over the world, television, and it's all amazing. I pinch myself every day. I never had an agenda. I didn't count and didn't use the word I. And I learned something early on, that there's no secret. Just be yourself. Take risks, never afraid to take a risk. But my motto is I never learned anything when I was talking. So therefore the guest counted. I'll be back tomorrow. My name is on the show. You don't need my opinion. We're there to learn the guest. I ask the best questions I can. That's been my theme my whole career. At the beginning, none. When I started here, I was doing a show here at a restaurant in Miami Beach. Bobby Darin came in, Jimmy Hoffa. I had an incredible career here. And then the more advanced we got, then we had producers. I didn't have a producer when I was starting. So they will give me briefings, but I don't want too much information. The less I know, the better sometimes. One of my friends said the secret of my success is that I'm dumb. And basically I'm a guy, who, why, where, how can. And I try to be that way. So I'm prepared, I know what's going on in the world, but I don't want to ask a question I know the answer to. I try to be in the viewer's mind, and I got to listen to answers, because I don't know everything. Right? So listening is a big part of it. Listening is as important as the question you ask. And you've got to follow up. But I never thought it was about me. The guest was never a prop. There's a lot of shows like that now that they're fine, I mean, that's what they do. But I never thought my opinion mattered. I'm a why person. Yeah. Why is a great question. Can't be answered in one word.
That's right.
And why people do what they do fascinates me. You know, not that you did something, it's why did you do. Why did you think of that? Why? I'm always interested in what makes someone tick.
Absolutely.
What goes through the mind of people.
Absolutely.
So the world may perceive someone as evil. If I didn't approach the interview as evil, I learned more. So I would be in the, what? If I had interviewed Osama bin Laden, I would have asked him, like, you were raised in a rich family, and so why did you leave? Why did you give that up? See, now, when you ask that kind of question, first you learn a lot. Second, he knows you're really interested in him. If you begin with, why did you bomb that building?
Right.
You create, it's maybe exciting to look at, but you're not going to learn anything.
Right.
The object is to learn.
Right.
If you want to learn, you got to be sincerely curious, and you got to make the camera disappear.
That's right.
And it's not a prop. It's not a tabloid session. You know, it's real.
Right.
I try to be real. Why is because I love it. 2 is because Milton Berle used to say, retired to what? And I have young children. And I still have to work, you know, I need income. But I have a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old, and that keeps me young. Arthur Godfrey,
Yeah.
when I got the Walter Cronkite Award, he gives an award every year, Journalism Award, and he presented it to me. That was a tremendous honor. You know, I feel Mike Wallace was a great friend. I love Mike. I loved Arthur Godfrey, Red Barber, baseball broadcaster. A lot. I was influenced by a lot of people, but the one thing I learned was always be me.
Yeah.
Don't be somebody else. When I speak to journalism schools, I'll be like, don't try to be what you're not. Be what you know. They're gonna like. You can't make the camera like you.